See, okay, we're live.
Let's put it back to comments there. Hey guys.
Hi guys. We were just getting over from Ken's stream, so.
Just settling in. Let me get my phone.
So who do we
up.
have here? Tim Webb.
I think you gotta push over. Yeah. Yeah. Squeeze over.
Tim Windsor.
There we go.
Look at us, the grill
Tim
scrambled.
Yeah. It's okay. We're good. We're good.
Can you guys hear us okay?
Shit.
What? Scrambled. You said the S word.
That's all right. It's all good.
Everyone can hear us?
Okay. All right. Who we got? Look, we got Sally in the stream.
I said hello from my
Tim.
phone when I got it at the other stream.
Tim Windsor, Tim Webb was in earlier. Just give everybody a few minutes
Yes.
to pop over.
Tim said loud and clear. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Hey, Bema.
Hello, everyone. This Wood. Hey, Paul and Sally. May and I are checking in. Awesome.
Hi, May.
Hi, May. Thanks, guys, for checking in. Sent you some really cool photos of Rocky.
So cute.
he got to see.
Oh man, so cute.
You got to see Rocky with the
St. Patty's hat.
Yeah, that's it. This is our version of
St. Patty's.
Yeah.
I have green, but I was like, oh.
We don't have much green. I don't have.
I have
green.
a couple of things in green, but yeah.
I think I got maybe one shirt in green.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Anyone have any green beer?
Well, speaking of beer.
I'll go get it for you.
I'm kind of boxed in here.
I'll get
Can you
it.
guys, sorry. What do we got? Tim. Tim saying, wow, that's a nice hat. Thanks, Tim. We were just experimenting with some camo colors. We did the green one and some black ones as well. The black came up pretty cool as well. But we figured we would wear green for St. Patty's Day today. Okay, Tim just saying what's up. A couple guys saying what's up. Ooh, comments jump. Tommy Turbo. What do we got? Ooh, we got Miller Genuine Draft in the house.
No green beer.
No green beer. Tommy Turbo. Hey guys.
Hey Tommy.
50 Posse repping. Right on, Tommy. Thanks for popping in. Say hi to Sally. Red Rum. Manny. Good evening, Sally and Paul. Happy St. Patty's Day. Thank you. So, Tommy, so we're going to have Brother Tom in the stream tonight. We're just going to give everybody a few minutes. We'll say hello, and we'll just kind of like our previous streams, as some questions pop up, we'll ask, feel free to ask Brother Tom as many questions as you guys would like. We'll highlight every single comment, but we're not going to be able to read out every single one like we usually do. Obviously,
we'll do our best.
Yeah, obviously we don't want to interrupt our
hey,
guests.
Brian.
So, Brian GT 101, thanks for popping in.
BBQ Mike, how's it going?
Yeah, it's almost BBQ season for us here.
Yes,
almost.
Well, almost. I barbecue through the winter. Hey, Ken.
And we got Ken. This is going to be a great. Thanks, Ken. We enjoyed your stream there.
Yes, we did.
Really good. I like the subjects, and it's good.
I like the series that you're doing on Thursdays. I like that. It's awesome.
It's catchy. 30-minute Thursday. Pound TMT.
Yeah, I love the topic.
Yeah,
and I actually really agree with you. I think the notch is definitely the Camaro. Look, Brother Tom is here.
Brother Tom, he's coming.
So I have to tell you guys something real quick. Hi, Paul. Hi, Sally. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
You are not going to believe what just happened. So I sat down on the computer and I went to click the link for the stream, and I've got a new iMac here, a little laptop. And only Safari, and it wouldn't use Safari. So I ran upstairs. I'm darting around. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I had to download Chrome really quick and find all my passwords. But hey, I made it.
You made it.
That's awesome.
How is everybody? How are you? I am this old. I have to put these glasses on so I can see it.
That's okay. I have to wear them too. Don't worry. It was a new thing for me this year. I'm Sally, like, I can't see.
Sally started doing this year. She kind of
like, oh my God.
Yeah. Your arms aren't long enough anymore to.
And you know, the crazy part is we've both fixed our eyes, but obviously as you get older, the laser only fixes the distance. But
yeah, I can see.
It doesn't correct up close.
Yeah,
right?
I can see really far. I just can't see up close anymore. So.
Me too.
Well, thanks for.
I'm happy to be here. Can I? Is it okay if I take a sip of my green beer?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I am really parched now.
You got some genuine Miller Jack.
Salute.
Green beer, but
happy St.
cheers.
Patrick's Day. Who else?
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Well, thanks for joining us. So, you know, we really appreciate you taking time to, sit down and chat with us. So
yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, really, really great. So, what's been going on? Give us an update. I got a few questions for you, but tell us what's been going on.
Sure. So, there was nothing wrong with my car, which means that it was time to do something to it, right? So, if anybody doesn't really know exactly all about my car, it's a low mileage 89 GT. When I bought the car, it was pretty stock. I mean, it still had the air silencer, and it was an automatic, so it had an AOD on it. So since then, it's had a T5 conversion. Still the stock bottom end, but it's got the trick flow top end, and it's got the Vortex supercharger. It's got full exhaust, and then 373 gears in the back. Lowered it just a little bit, and did the 5-lug conversion last year. So anyway, it's still running the A9L. And again, the car's running fine. I got it tuned last year, got all the quirks worked out and everything, and it was okay. But it's not, these cars are never done. So to go forward, I figured the Terminator X was the way to go. And while we're doing that, I'm also doing a few upgrades too. So the car is currently at my friend Nate's house, Dr. Fox Body. Here, I'll do a little
yeah, sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Plug them away.
Yes.
Yeah. So Nate's the one that did almost all the work on my car. He did the T5 conversion. He did the heads cam intake, all that good stuff. So he's got the car again, and we're doing an 8-rib upgrade on the Vortex because for some reason it's got a 6-rib on it. Right. So we're going to do that. I'm going down 1 pulley size. So I'm going from a 333 to a 312. Hopefully, maybe get about 12 pounds boost out of it. Oh, yeah. And then what else are we doing? New throttle body, because I think that, all the trouble that we had with tuning the car was probably, all fingers are pointing towards that throttle body. So I got a new throttle body just to be sure.
How big? How big is the new one?
It's the same size as a 70 millimeter AccuFab. Yeah. But Nate told me that's got some play in the shaft. And we had a few people try tuning the car, and it was always a pest. So again, everything was new, including the AccuFab throttle body. But we're kind of thinking that was the issue. So we'll see here. Once we get the car put back together. So
yeah, that sounds exciting. So what, I guess before all these mods, what kind of power was the car making?
So the best it did on the dyno was 432 at the wheels. Now you got to remember too, like I bought this car, it was stock and it was an automatic. So just doing the heads cam intake on it was, night and day. And then the car felt to me like it should. Like that's what I'm used to is, a 5-speed, manual Mustang. But once I got that supercharger on there, it was like, it wasn't even the same car anymore. So, to me, it's a very fun car to drive. It's very reliable, and it turns heads. I mean, I'll tell you, it's amazing how many people, take pictures or videos when you're driving by, or they beep at you and they want you to roll down the window and they tell you, I had one of those when I was, in high school, and it's amazing,
I know. So, and the Termi X is going to make a big difference, though. It's going to smoothen out that tuning for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and get as much power out of it as I can. the tuner that I'm going to, he says on the stock block he doesn't like to push it past like 485, at the wheels. So you're kind of at the limits there. I don't drive, I don't race the car, so I'm happy with that. I think it'll be fun, and then it's time to start thinking about what next.
I think that's pretty much the general consensus is that 500 to the rear wheels. I mean, most of the coupes that I've had that were that same setup, head cam intake, V1, whatever, in that 500 horsepower range. Some people push it a little more. Some people push it. We have a friend, stock block, similar setup, Paulo.
Yeah.
He's been at 600 at the rear wheel for now 3 years. For 3 years now.
From my understanding is that, and I could be wrong, but from what I've been told and from my understanding is that most times when these blocks are blowing up, it's not because of the block itself. It's because people are over revving them, and the internals let loose. So I've got my rev limiter set. I think it's about 6,500. And to be honest, like before I put some good tires on that car, I was bouncing off that. Off the rev limiter quite a bit, even with the Nittos that I had on there, like it was still spinning, but with the stock tires, it was like the car was like hydroplane, like first and second gear were just worthless.
So. I know. Yeah, that's awesome. That's quite a few changes being done now. Once I think you're going to see a big difference.
Yeah, also doing the fuel pump too. Some of the things are coming back to me now because I gave Nate quite a big list. It's like, it's one of those things like, while we're here, hey, how about we do this as well? I'm doing a vent to atmosphere blow off valve now because I need that.
You need that blow, eh?
So it'll sound mean at least. So
I love that sound.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a V3 Heritage Edition?
Yes. Yes. So when I was,
it's got some whistle to it.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It's, the V, nothing sounds like a V1, right? Nothing sounds like a V1, but the V3 definitely has a unique sound and I love it. It's loud and obnoxious. And that's how I feel. That's just me personally, how I feel they should be, just like your exhaust.
Well, exactly. Like the V1 is loud. The old school straight cut gears. That thing whistles. It definitely draws a lot of attention.
Absolutely. The nice thing about the V3 is that it's self-contained, so you don't have to tap the pan to get the oil. It's got its own oil, so it's a little less maintenance, I guess, and less to worry about. But it's just the V3 Heritage came out like right around the time when I was, considering doing the supercharger, and I just ended up going with that because, again, it was the whole self-contained thing. So,
what about training? Well, what are you running in there as far as training and clutch?
So the trans is it is a Tremec T5. I bought it brand new, and then it's just a McLeod. Whatever their stage one like style clutch would be. I haven't had any issues, with the drivetrain. So the car shifts like it should, like it's butter,
And the rear end still 28 spleen, or are you going to look at upgrading that or leaving it as?
So when we were doing the 5-lug swap, I kind of thought about it, but we did go with the 28. Maybe that day will come where we kind of build the rear end or something like that. But again, I'm not dropping the clutch at $5,000 or anything like that. So I'm not too concerned about it right now.
Yeah, it should be okay on the road. Like there's enough slippage on the road that the 28 should be fine. War Admiral's in the house. He's got a question for you. He says or is asking, is the Heritage series as loud as the V1? Haven't heard one yet.
Mine is. So what I can tell you is I've heard quite a few of them. And by the way, what's up, War Admiral? I mean, talk about a beautiful build right there, right? I've heard other cars with the Heritage V3, And it really boils down to where your car's like idling at. You know, if it's you know, some of these cars have to idle high because of their cams or something like that, and it really cuts down on the noise. But if you can get that idle, you know, at least around between 900 and 1,000 RPMs, you really get that loud whistle. So yeah, I've got some you know, videos all over on my Instagram, so you can definitely hear it on there if you want to check that out.
For sure. And if you really want to get crazy, you put some dumps on that. You put some dumps on that bad boy GT, and then
that's obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm kind of lucky. My neighbors don't hate me yet, so I think I'll hold off on that one.
Yeah, I try to be respectful with the neighbors. You know, they know what I do, but I don't do it intentionally. But the cars are just loud, right? And they rumble. Right.
Yeah, you know, believe it or not, so I just moved into this house about 3 years ago now, and I've actually met a couple of my neighbors that have Fox bodies.
Oh, great!
So, yeah, it's really kind of cool. You know, neighbor was walking by, and he just was with his dog, and I had the garage open, and we struck up a conversation. And turns out he has an '88 GT. Hopefully, I'll get to do a video with him this year. And sadly, his car was sitting for quite some time because he couldn't get it to run right. It had a bad tune.
Oh.
Right.
So I sent him to the guy that tuned my car, and last year he finally got the car running right. And I can't tell you how big the smile was on his face when he came rolling down the street and stopped, and he just was so happy. It's like a little kid in a candy store, you know. It was amazing.
For sure.
That's awesome. I like
so
that.
We got some cool neighbors.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I got some cool neighbors, so I'm kind of fortunate.
And then you're good to go.
Yeah.
We got Ken in the house, blew over me. Tom has one of the best GTs out here, built very well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. I really do. I miss you, Ken. You know, Ken recently moved, so we don't get to. It looks like this year we're not going to be able to hang out or cruise or anything like that. So.
Andy, I'm just going to address one question here. Andy Freitas said, Sally, what's happening with your Fox? Andy, we ended up selling Sally's Fox back in last November. November. And we got a question for you from Mike. Says, what pulleys do you run on that hair? You've kind of answered it, but maybe he wasn't in the stream at the time. What pulleys do you run on that Heritage blower? How much boost does it make currently?
Okay. Yeah, so it had the 3.33 on there, and it was I was getting about 9 pounds of boost out of that, and again with the trick flow heads cam intake and the full exhaust and stuff, it did 432 at the wheels. So now we're going with 3.12, and I should get somewhere between 10 and 12 out of that combination. I'm not sure exactly what the crank pulley is, but I think it's the stock, whatever comes with the kit. So whatever size that is.
It'll do well. It'll do well.
Yeah.
And Ken replied back to you, said, I miss you back, my friend. We'll hang out soon.
Awesome.
Speaking of videos, obviously I'm a big fan of your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Thank you.
Like this guy hasn't made a video in a while, so I kind of took a peek, and I'm like, you haven't obviously, I don't know what's going on. Are you busy or?
Well, so
looks like 4 months ago.
I know video. How everybody was recently kind of talking about how you kind of get burnt out with social media. And for me, it's a little bit of that because of I work a lot. And I also want to try and have a little bit of a social life with family and friends too. And I decided a long time ago that there's no way I can keep up with channels like yours or Matt, Gearhead 704, who I'm a huge fan of. I think Matt knows that already. And Ken, Ken, you guys, you do. I really admire you guys because being able to come up with not just like content, but good content, and doing it so frequently, like I just can't do that. So for me, I kind of decided that I'm not going to go that route. I just want to do some videos of some cool cars. And, in the beginning, when I say like, hey, I'm here with my good friend so-and-so, like that's real. Like every single person in my video is actually a friend of mine. So in one way or another, you know, either we're friends through car clubs, or they literally are, you know, good friends of mine that I've grown up with or something. So I just decided, you know what, I want to showcase some of these cars and some of my friends' cars, and now it's kind of getting a little bit, I guess, bigger because you know, I'm getting a little bit of traction. So I'm not done. I've got some cars lined up this year, and as soon as the road, you know, we're in Illinois, and we use salt on the roads out here, so nobody that respects their car is going to take it out until we get some good rain and that washes it away.
Yeah.
So I say we probably got about a month or so before people start bringing their cars out. Hopefully my car will be done. I really want to do a good video on my car, because I feel I haven't really done it justice yet, you know, really to explain what's been done to it, and just gives, you know, some updates for everybody. So yeah, I'm not done by no means. More videos are coming soon. Just when you know, from wintertime, there's not much I can do, you know.
It's hard, man. I mean, we're wintertime here. You know, you try to be creative. I've also cut back as well a little bit. You know, I'm not. It's like you said, it's very difficult between work, full-time work. You know, still trying to stay in shape, somewhat in shape. You know, it's difficult. You know, we've been going pretty consistent on these streams every Thursday. You know, so there's a little bit of burnout factor for sure coming in. So, but these special guests, like yourself and other people that have come, these are fun. You know,
absolutely.
These are kind of fun. But yeah, but you know, your channel does excellent, though. You know what I mean?
Thank you. You know, so you know what, let's back up a little bit too, and I'll tell you how like the whole channel thing started. Like, from, you know, first of all, you know, like I met Ken from a local car club, you know, local car show. I was there with a friend of mine, and you know, I saw his car. Actually, I think I started following him on Instagram first, but at the show I didn't know it was his car. You know, it turns out that a friend of mine actually owned Ken's car in the past, and that's how we all started talking. And you know, of course, like we just kind of clicked right away. So when Ken started his, you know, his channel, you know, I was obviously following him. And that was a great inspiration, you know, just seeing like, you know, how fun it could be. And then, you know, your channel, actually, I think I found you, what video was it? Your top 3 Fox body coupes. It just popped up like in the recommended. And at first I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah. And then I started seeing these cars, and I'm like, they just kept getting better. And I'm like, this guy, he knows his stuff, you know. And that was probably a little over a year ago, if not a little bit longer. And I've been following you ever since. Yeah, I've been following you ever since. And you know, you're definitely, you know, getting up there, which congratulations to you for that, because I know it's a lot of hard work.
It is a lot of hard work.
You're like
I have 202 videos.
Yeah, you're like
14, and I still can't catch you.
You know,
we were looking at your channel going, man, his videos are awesome. Like, wow, like he just,
you know what, you should be
super proud of yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just stole the words right out. You should be super proud, because your channel has done stuff that a lot of channels haven't done. Like, you know, I don't have any videos that have cracked 100,000. I took a look at your channel, and I think your 6th video in, that one's cracked 152,000.
Yeah, you know, obviously, you know, the car has a lot to do with it. You know, Mario's car is, you know, one of those very rare.
He's in the stream, by the way. He's in the stream.
Yeah. I got a few friends and family, you know, showing some support. So I appreciate you guys very much. But yeah, you know, so really what happened, you know, I did my first like real video by myself that I did. I'm sorry, that I did all the editing and everything by myself was with my friend Evan. He's the SSP car. And, you know, that one was doing, you know, pretty good in my opinion. Like, it was getting, you know, maybe 1,000, 2,000, and I was all excited. And then I did Mario's video, and like I was getting 1,000 views a day. It was just going crazy. And that really just kind of caused the other video to catch traction. You know, which that one's over, I think, like 40,000 views or something like that. And then it just kind of went from there. So, you know, again, I think it's the car has a lot to do with it. I'm not putting myself down in any way, you know, but you know, showing the car the right way also had a lot to do with it. I think it's very, very interesting car, very cool car, and I think you know, I hope that my video did that car justice. Basically.
Oh, yeah, your videos. I watch your videos very closely. Let's say, well, awesome. We try to learn, right? Like,
sure.
You look and you go, man. You know, I'm giving you a compliment when I say, man, I watch and I'm like, okay, I got to incorporate that. I got to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how you've motivated me to try to make my videos better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because when I look back at my first video, I go, oh my god, oh my god. And then with time, 202 videos later, I'm a little bit better.
I think, you know, you mentioned something, and it's people that are in your videos are your friends, right? So it becomes so natural and authentic. And that comes across in your videos. And so when I watch, I'm like, it's just a natural conversation, right? And that's what's enjoyable to watch. And I think people gravitate to that. So
you're right. I think people when they watch those types of videos, they feel as if they're just like, maybe they're at a car show and they're just part of the conversation, or they're just listening, you know.
But you're natural on the video though too, right? It's not just the car; it's also you. I mean, you're very natural. You're very smooth, very slick, and it just kind of
you project yourself very, very well.
It just rolls very nice. So we got Kessel Customs in the house. He's calling.
Oh, what's up, brother? Here, hey, I got my
Gary's in the house. Brother Gary's
talk about a beautiful you know, notch right there. That his green notch
fitting for St. Patty's Day too. Green.
Yeah. Where I gotta ask him something. Where is this like magical tunnel that you ever see his videos where he's got this tunnel where he just lights it up and rips right through it? We have nothing like that out here. I mean, that thing would just be lit up with you know, with tire marks if it was, you know. But
there's Mario here. He is. Can you see the comments, Tom?
Yep. Yeah, I just figured out.
Appreciate you, brother Tom. And yeah, you're getting a lot of compliments. You got Wood here, brother Tom. Your videos are fantastic.
Thank you, guys.
By the way, your YouTube channel is pinned in the stream, so anyone that's coming into the stream and that
they can see
it's right there, easily accessible for them to click and join your channel.
Thanks, Tim, and Downhill.
Couple of the moderators also posted your Instagram channel link up as well, so very good. Yes. Gary's saying, brother Tom, humblest fella on YouTube. I absolutely love it.
He put up an awesome post today too. He did. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Yeah,
Tom.
Thanks, Gary, for that.
It was good.
That Instagram post. Appreciate it.
I put an Irish blessing in there for you, for your wife. I sent my sister a message. I'm like, can you send me like the Irish blessings? I can't remember it. So I put it in. So yeah. What do you
Yeah, Gary says he's going to take the 5th. And he says, I say nothing about the areas I filmed in.
Yeah. So Castle Customs, I think I actually looked today because I knew I wanted to find out the first video that I saw of his, and it was actually he had a no traction. It was like the title or something like that. And so it was kind of like the point of view where you were up here, you know, watching it in the back. And it just reminded me, you know, of first of all, my car, because, you know, he hit first gear and it kind of, whoop, you know, did one of these, and then he, you know, then he hit second gear and it, whoop, you know, did one of those. And then I don't know, and this is really silly, but I also noticed, I was going to comment today, but I figured I'd just say it out loud. He had his mug, you know, in the stock cup holder. And I absolutely refuse. I know it looks better, you know, having the LMR cup holder thing, but I just like the old traditional.
Shove the mug between the brake and the seat.
Nostalgic look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it does come in handy though, that LMR cup holder.
It does.
I started converting the coupes that I did have to that LMR cup holder with the armrest delete. I gave it a very nice clean line for me. Anyways, I know it kind of changes the nostalgic look of the Fox, but kind of gave it a little bit more of a little modern touch.
Sure.
I think Gary also did a video on that, and I think he threw in a little like a wireless charging device, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You can, do you remember that one?
Yeah. And Gary, like
somebody said Gary's all drunk in the stream right
now. As much as I would like to, upgrade the car and, have a better stereo and all the cool things. It's like sometimes when I get in the car, I appreciate the fact that there's no navigation, there's no climate control, there's nothing. It's just, you just feel, I don't know how to describe it. I think anybody who drives one of these cars knows what I mean. Yeah. You just feel like you're part of the car. Right?
Yeah.
It's so much more fun. You feel in tune with the car.
For sure. And there's no question, when you're rolling around in a little hot Fox body, whatever model it is, people look. People are now looking, and when you're whistling at a traffic light, or you pull into a gas station, people are looking. They're noticing. They're noticing. So yeah, we love it. But Gary's a cool cat. Yeah.
Sure. I gotta say hi to Joe. I see my buddy Joe on here too.
Sure.
He says all videos are filmed in Mexico. So Joe's got an insanely fat. I don't know if you've seen that video. He's got the white.
I've seen all your videos.
Okay, so Joe's got the white SN95 Cobra, and that thing cooks. So
that was if I recall correctly, he was in the 9s with that car.
I believe it was like 990, somewhere around there. Yeah. So and he's always got something up his sleeve. So I'm sure something new will be coming this year.
Yeah. In that video, I remember. He took you for a pretty good blast, and it sounded really nice.
And all of these cars, so it seems like every time I do a video, the cars get faster and faster. So, we always try and be as safe as possible. And, that video was in like an industrial area and stuff like that. But that car really, it's one of those things like you can't describe like the feeling. You kind of get like the butterflies in your stomach because it just really just jerks you back. But that was
great. I remember that car. It sounded really, really nice. Really, really nice. And he commented, he said, "It's slow."
I'll give you a ride in my car. You can drive my car and you'll see how slow your car really is.
Broken Tool Garage, thanks for popping in.
Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe, thanks for popping in, showing some support. Appreciate it. That's it.
Thanks for staying on top of everything downhill.
B Notch says, "What that car pulls hard? Ask me how I know." All right, how do you know?
I think they went to Mexico together.
lots of Mexicos. It's kind of I'm actually kind of surprised when people do those kind of videos. Like, I do my Mexico videos as well, but I'm very conscious about not showing my speed or whatever,
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Why am I going to put myself in that position, right?
Yeah.
So it's just sound, right?
I've always asked everybody, like, do you want me to blur out the license plate? And, nobody's really been concerned about that yet. So,
same thing.
Yeah. So I think, again, like, I'm really hesitant sometimes when I think about, doing those types of rides. And again, it's because all these guys are my friends. Like, I'm not just jumping in the car. And, I've actually had a few people approach me either online or in person, like wanting, hey, let's do my car. And that's, I don't mean to offend anybody, but really, like, I'm really just trying to show my friends cars because they really do have some cool cars. And I'm not looking to just be like, the guy just doing a video on a car just to do a video on a car,
Yeah.
And like, Paul, too, like the stories a lot of times are what I think draw people in sometimes.
Well, this is what I try to chase, right? I love these backstories, one of the videos I did was on Victor Santos there, not Santos. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his last name at the moment.
I know you're talking about.
Anyways, his name was Victor, but he ended up getting paralyzed in a motorcycle crash. But he didn't give up on his Mustang, and he's still building it with hand controls, and he still wants to race it, and well, stuff like that. And that's what I really kind of seek. But those are I actually like doing the subscriber profiles because you learn a lot. I did Tom War Admirals, and I learned obviously I got to know Tom a lot better, and I got to know a lot about his car, and you really get to see how much work and detail is in that car. I mean, it's incredible. You know what I mean? We all know that. Definitely a top of the planet Fox body. There's no doubt about that. So I really enjoy them. But as you know, they are a lot of work. They are more work to organize that. Tom, I'll use Tom because he was my most recent one that I did. He sent me a ton of footage and pictures, and which is all great. And you want to try to capture as much as you can. All right. And present the car. I'm always worried about. I just want the person to be happy. I really don't care. I really don't care if the view. Yeah, the views are nice.
Sure.
Of course. But my priority is as long as they're happy with it, that's most important to me.
Yeah, you're right. And you want to do the cars justice.
Of course.
And so my opinion is that it's kind of one of those things like people can smell a salesman a mile away, right? And if you're not honest in your videos, like if your videos are solely to get views because you want to make ad revenue or something like that, I think people catch on to that pretty quickly. Because your content just, it suffers. And full disclosure, and I'm sure you know this yourself, that we're not getting rich, guys. Like anybody who thinks like you get rich on YouTube, we're not that lucky. It's about, in case anybody wants to know, it's about 0.5 cent or less that you get per view. So it's very little. So yeah, I'm not getting rich over here. And in fact, I wasn't even monetizing when Matt came out last year. Gearhead 704. He came out last year for Ken's Bleed for Blue Fest, and he came over to my house and we did the video together at my house. And I wasn't monetizing at the time, and just through conversation, I told him like, yeah, I'm not monetizing. I don't want to have ads on my videos. And he told me, you really should, be doing that. So I kind of went to watch one of my videos before I did the next one. I always like to do that to kind of see like what my format, I forget, like what my format is and stuff. and these ads started playing, and I'm like, wait a second, if I'm not monetizing, why are these ads playing? And then it clicked. Whether I'm doing it or not, YouTube is going to show these commercials. 100%. So yeah, I immediately decided I was going to start, doing that. And again, like I don't do my videos to make money. I'm not doing my videos to get famous or anything like that. I just enjoy doing it, and I like sharing it with everybody. So far, it seems like people enjoy them,
so for sure. For sure. I like I said, I've been a huge fan, of your channel. You do an excellent job, and I've learned a lot from you. You know what I mean? Even though I've done 202 videos at this point, I still look at your videos.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It'll still be okay. How did he present that? Or that's.
Well,
I have no shame in saying that.
You keep complimenting me, and now I got to compliment you a little bit here too, because I don't know how to do all that fancy editing and stuff. You've got like the lightning and all this cool stuff. I mean, your editing and your Photoshop and all that stuff is amazing. And I'm telling you seriously, like to me, you're like that. When I hear like a band, like a local band, and they're just amazing, and I'm like, why are these guys not famous? And that's like when I watch your videos and stuff like that, I just, I ask myself the same question. Now, fortunately, I see that you're probably going to have, more subscribers than me shortly here if you don't already. So you're well on your way. You're doing the right thing. It just takes a little time. But I mean, I am a fan of yours. I wish there was more time in the day so I can watch your videos and Matt's videos and Ken's videos. But
it's hard. It's hard keeping up with everyone's videos. I've been doing more watching than than commenting. I actually watch a lot, but sometimes if I watch it on on TV, it's obviously a lot harder to comment on TV, or if I'm at work and I got some downtime or whatnot, no problem. But I hear you. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it authentic, and trying to be creative. And, you try to think what hasn't been done, but I don't think there is something in this niche with Fox that hasn't been done at this point.
Exactly.
It's very,
and that's why, I am not, so again, full disclosure, like I don't work on my car. I'll give you an example why. So I had my car, the car was done, I was just kind of cleaning it up or whatever. I had the hood open and I saw that I've got an SVE radiator and the radiator cap was upside down. So it said, and I'm like super OCD. So I'm like, I can't do that. So I took the radiator cap off and I swear it took 20 minutes. I could not get this cap back on. And it would not go back on. And now I'm like freaking out. Like I'm supposed to be going to a show here. And now, in my defense, it turns out that, I guess maybe some other people have had this issue too, but it'll go on like butter if you do it upside down. But for some reason, when you do it right side up, it just is a little bit trickier. So after that, I'm like, you know what? I'm not touching my car anymore. I've done a few things to the car, but when it comes to really digging in there, that's when I let the professionals do what they do best,
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of work, obviously, I didn't do on this. Like this car that I just finished building, this one's a little bit different league compared to some of the other Foxes that have been built, right? So I've never wired up a Holly, and I thought, you know what, this isn't the car to learn on. There's just there's too many things. The car's got a dumb valve, tran, brake, bump button. There's a scramble button. There's just way too many things. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna let the shop do that. This is what they do day in, day out. They're gonna zip through it. What they accomplish in a week, it's gonna take me probably a month, if not more, to get through it, right? And sometimes that frustration is just not worth it, right?
Yeah. I just saw a comment from War Admiral. He said pretty soon one of your videos is going to light up the internet. So I think that's when you do a video with my car. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's only a matter of time. Yeah, I mean,
we'll have to collab one of these days.
For sure, 100%. I'm more than willing to do that.
Are you guys planning on coming out here for any shows this year?
Chocolate Fox in May. We're booked for Chocolate Fox. So hotels booked. Our vacation coordination of our vacation time together is booked. So we're making the Chocolate Fox. We're not going to be able to make a Ford Takeover, unfortunately. Excuse me. And we're hoping to make Ken's show in September.
Okay. And then I know there's Foxtober too. I've never been to any of those other shows either. So, it all depends on, just life schedule, but I definitely want to try and make something. So yeah, I'll keep an ear open where you guys are going to be, and maybe maybe we can make something work then.
For sure,
that'd be awesome.
Now, so I got to ask, like, you were talking about the comments and stuff like that. Like, how many of the comments do you read on your videos? Are you're always checking those, or you kind of just
I have to date. I have replied to every single comment.
Okay.
To date, on every video, on every. Even the short videos. I don't know. I don't know what else to do to help the channel grow other than just be patient and let the channel speak for itself, right? And
I learned. I'm sorry.
And not really, what I've noticed, or what I was saying to Sally, is sometimes when I'm like, you know what, just it is what it is. And, you know, if it's gonna happen, you know, just I'm a persistent guy or a consistent guy. Like, you know, I've done a lot of things long term. You know, played in Fox Body, fitness. You know what I mean? I've been going in fitness for 30 plus years. Like, I don't give up very easily. So you just keep going. It'll
very
get there.
Disciplined.
That being said, you know, YouTube has changed. You know, it is highly saturated, more so now than probably ever before. But hey, you just got to stay positive and try to put out the best videos you can. Right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was gonna say too. You know, I learned from, you know, doing you know, my work Instagram account that, you know, you need to participate because it's not all about you. You know, so if somebody leaves you a comment, you know, and you never reply or never even give them a like or something like that, then, you know, why would I ever comment again on one of your videos? So you need to engage them and let them know that, you know, you actually do care.
Of course. And you know what?
That's the most important thing, actually, I always think.
Yeah. And to date, like I said, of all the videos that we've put out, I've replied to every single comment, you know.
Good.
So, yeah.
I know it gets harder as the channel grows for some people, and it's not that they don't care to do it. It's just how do you keep up with that, right? But I've always said to Paul, you know,
it's still manageable now.
It's manageable, but for me, you know, we used to have this conversation, be like, you respond to every single comment on Instagram. I'm like, yes, because if someone's put a comment in there, they took the time to read actually my post. And so I'm going to respond to them because it's important, right? And you can tell if someone's actually watched the video, read it, because they are actually, you know, talking about exactly what, you know, the comments are related. And for me, I think that's important. And he's been doing a really good job of
trying. That's all you can do, right? Try. That's all you can do, man. Yeah. Just try. Gonna have some fun. You know, there's gonna be obviously some. It's difficult during the winter, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But come springtime, car's ready to go. I'm looking forward to seeing what the car can do. You know what I mean? Like, we've been building that car for almost 3 years. So the time has come to get some reward back of all the blood, sweat, tears that has gone into it. Never mind the cash.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. You know, it's definitely not cheap. And like you said it best, you know, YouTube doesn't do it. I don't think YouTube's I don't think it would even pay for a set of tires on that car.
Yeah, I bet.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Tim has a question here for you, Tom.
Tim Webb, why did CMC forums shut down, Brother Tom?
You know, I think the reason for that was the guy Matt that was running that mainly was I think he just kind of got burnt out. You know, it's very hard to coordinate a lot of these events, and I think the last event that that we had, they always had like a season opener and a season closer. And the last one that I remember going to, or one of the last ones that we went to, you know, you always tell people, hey, respect, you know, the property. Like, we don't own this. You know, these businesses are letting us come here. And, you know, CMC, I'm telling you, man, they had hundreds of cars, and they weren't just Fox bodies, all Mustangs of all years. They did a really good job organizing everything. And, you know, you get the new guys, you know, or the younger guys, and they have something to prove, and they're always, you know, kind of causing trouble. So I think that, and this, again, just my opinion, is I think that, you know, they probably just got tired of or maybe a little bit burnt out, and it's difficult to organize these events, and so they're kind of just like letting it go. I know CMC still exists, but I just don't think that they're mainly what they're doing now is they'll do a track day, because you're not going to get in trouble on track. You know, that you're going there to do that stuff. But as far as like doing the shows and stuff like that, I think that those glory days are over, unfortunately.
Forums, I think forums in general have slowed, you know,
that a little bit.
And when even our local forums like Facebook, all these Facebook groups and whatnot, they've just swallowed up this whole market of.
You're right. Yeah. So the forum, I probably misunderstood the question because yeah, the forum itself is done. It's over. I mean, you know, that was one of those old. You know, it's the same format forum like, you know, all of the others were, you know, back in, you know, 10, 15 years ago. And it was hugely popular back in the day. But you're right. You know, Facebook basically now is where everybody goes to rag on each other. It's pretty brutal in there. I stay away because I cannot keep up with these guys, you know. So
yeah. It is hard to keep up.
Just a comment here. I'm going to read out from Nasty Fox. Says the videos you guys do at the no preps at TMP Toronto Motor Sport Park are good. I like where you guys take the vid. Best spot. I try. Thanks, Nasty Fox. I try to position myself, you know, kind of sort of in the middle, sort of, you know, and get a little bit of get the launch and then them zipping by. So it's kind of tricky. And you're always fighting for a spot because there's so many spectators and whatnot.
But it is fun.
Yeah, I'm looking to be involved in those no preps myself with the 360 on the back. That'll be fun, and I'll be able to spin the camera around. So those would be pretty good.
Maybe Tom will come down this way, and he can come with us.
Yeah, that would be fun. You know, I saw a comment here too. Wood 427. I don't know if he's still here. He mentioned the 94 Pro Charged Cobra 2. That video as well. Yeah, that car was, you know, probably the first car that really just like scared the crap out of me.
You can hold on to the handle.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, that's another 9-second car. It was what I really enjoyed about it was like the first SN95 that I got to review. But also that it was the first supercharged car that was not a Vortec, you know, so it was actually a pro-charged car. And, you know, Nick, you know, the guy from the video, who's also a co-owner of Streetcar Shenanigans, just give him a little plug, does amazing work. He's a young guy. I don't even think he's in his 30s yet. But yeah, he says, you know, in the video, he's like, you know, this supercharger pulls like a freight train, you know, the faster it goes and the higher it spins. And he's not joking. Like that car is ridiculously fast. So that was a fun video. So I just want to say thanks for that comment. That was, I enjoy all the videos. I really do. But like I said, the cars just keep getting faster and faster as I go along. So, you know, who knows, maybe the next one will be 1,000 horsepower or greater, you know, so triple digit cars. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, War Admiral's there. Like he's knocking on the door at 948. Yeah. Right. That's a big power, man. 948 and for a street cruiser, that's some serious power. You know. Awesome.
Yep.
Bam, if Paul even likes my Instagram pictures, no matter how bad they are. Thanks, Paul DaFox. Hey, you try, like you said, you know, you got to try to reciprocate back, right? It's not a matter of I just can't post stuff and not reciprocate. I try to reciprocate back, support as many people as well. You know,
right. So I have a question, I guess, for you and Sally, and then I guess actually anybody else who's still watching. I'm kind of curious what everybody would think if I did a video that's not a Mustang. And I'm not talking like I'm jumping, like I'm going to start doing like Camaros or, you know, things like that. But, you know, the first one that pops in my head is that my friend Evan, who has a bunch of cars. I've done, you know, a couple of videos with him already. He's got the 85 sage green notch, and he's got the SSP. So now he bought back his first car that he's ever owned. I think he bought it when he was like 12, and it's not a joke. Like it's a 64 Falcon convertible, 3-speed, and he bought the car. I think it was like 12 years old or something like that, and he had it for I think until his 20s or something, and sold the car, and recently just bought it back. So he's doing the whole car right now, paint and everything. And I really want to show this car because I think it's pretty cool that he found his first car. You know, car that he's really passionate about, and he's doing all the work himself, rebuilding it again. But I'm also kind of cautious because it's not a Fox body, you know, or there's not a Mustang. So I'm just curious of what you guys think about that.
Yeah,
I'll let you go first and I'll have my opinion.
Okay, you go.
I say do it. It's your channel. And people are watching you because they like you. And because you're, like I said,
your BrotherTom, man. Your BrotherTom.
For me, I mean, some maybe won't agree with me, but if you love cars, you appreciate all cars. And I think that it's, for one, it's your friend. So your video, no matter what, it's always going to be authentic. And that was the one thing I was saying, like, people watch you because you're authentic and they're your, you know, they're your buddies. So I think you should do it. I would watch it. Paul would watch it.
I would watch it.
And I'm sure most of the guys that are following you would watch it because, you know, again, it's about you.
I'm a Mustang guy, but I will say I appreciate all these builds, and I actually enjoy going to car shows that there's a mixed crowd because
it's nice.
Yeah, let's face it, you know, like you can only. Man, I've been looking at Fox bodies for 30 years, man. How many Fox bodies? You know? Like, I've had a lot. You know, you've looked at them. I love them. I still do.
Yeah.
I always will. But I also appreciate going and seeing different cars and whatnot. So power's power for me. If it goes fast, that's cool, man. You know, it takes a lot of, yes, you know, people make fun or maybe they don't appreciate those little Hondas running, but it takes a lot to make that Honda. They're spending the same amount of money.
Yeah.
You know, those Hondas that are running 8s and 9s and 7s and whatnot, they're spending the same amount of money. You know? So
I appreciate all cars too. Like I'm not biased, and you know, if you know, if it's one of those Hondas like you're talking about or something like that. I mean, I got a ride recently in a 4-door Honda Civic that would blow the doors off of my car. It really scared me. Okay. And so I appreciate anything fast, and I appreciate when people like are passionate about what they're doing and they kind of put all their effort into something like that.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, I just got reminded that my father-in-law has a S2000. So I think maybe he wants to do a video on his car now. So
I appreciate the low S2000 around our area. Very difficult to find.
Yeah, they're really difficult.
Very difficult to find those cars. And from what I understand from them, a ton of them got written off. You know, insurance companies would just write them off for the slightest touch for whatever reason. But anyhow, I enjoy watching the bikes even at these no prep events. I love watching these bikes in the stretch. You know, I've ridden a lot of crotch rockets, so I appreciate the bike. I've been kind of like, maybe we should build a bike. That would be kind of fun too, you know.
Yeah, definitely a lot of respect for the guys riding those things because I definitely can do that. I had a bike when I was a teenager. You know, I was 19 and I had a CBR, and I think I did like 150 miles an hour on that bike. And that summer I sold it. You know, just I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like they're fun, and I guess I don't trust myself. You know, on something like that. So. Definitely a lot of respect for those guys, for sure. You know, that can on the track.
Those guys are, you know, at those no prep events, they're going, you know, it's an 8th mile. It's 8th mile, and their feet are basically down almost the entire time. You know, if not both, at least one foot is down the whole time, right?
That's adrenaline rush.
Robert M dropped in a comment here, kind of addressing your question. He said, I was on the chat last night where they were saying that as soon as they pay content, or I guess create content other than Fox content, it doesn't get much traction.
And it's true. We see it. I mean, even when Paul does the Cobra video.
Yeah, I don't get much traction on my Cobra videos. But you know what? I love my Cobra. So I'm going to continue to do it. And for me, you know, I've mentioned already that, you know, my son has a little Golf R. And I know that's, you know, he's our son. I'm gonna put it on here. That's a cool little car. I love that car. You know, it's really grown on me. So I'm gonna document his little build and see what happens. And
yeah, you gotta be careful not to, don't fall in that trap, where you're trying to chase the views, and I think you said that already. You're not concerned about that.
No.
Yeah, so again, hopefully I get the opportunity to do this video. I think for anybody who's, there's bound to be other people who are just interested in the car itself, but I think the story is what would really be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
The fact that he's got his first car, back. I think that'd be a pretty
cool backstories, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool backstories, right?
You're getting a lot of do it, Tom.
Yeah. You got the other Tom, War Admiral, saying, "I'm with Sally. Do it. Your channel. Do what you want." And Sally's really, been a big advocate for me, and she's a nice reminder for me. Just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. So I'm gonna do it, and if people watch it, they watch it. And I hope they like. Who knows? Maybe we'll grab some Golfar subscribers. Who knows? But his car's a badass little car. I like it. I'm doing it. So we're just waiting for springtime and to get it all nice cleaned up and get his summer wheels back on. And we've already been doing a few mods to it. So awesome. We're gonna run that beast. We're gonna run it.
Awesome.
And see what it does. Yeah. So
very cool.
Yeah, it is fun. Who else?
So Sally, too, just so you know, I've seen a couple of your videos, and a lot of respect for you, because I can, I used to be into CrossFit quite a bit, actually. We're going about 10 years back, but for quite a few years I was really into CrossFit, and every once in a while they would have like a yoga session or something like that, and I swear that just the basic moves for me were like harder than any CrossFit workout, that I had done. So a lot of respect. I mean, it's easy to watch and not think that it's anything, but I truly know like how hard that stuff is. So I have a lot of respect, and Paul, you as well. I mean, I don't know. Both of you guys are just very inspiring. Let's just say that. So
we appreciate it. We try.
We're trying. We're getting a little bit,
we're getting older.
We're getting older,
But we're still going.
Still going.
Yeah.
And waking up a little sore at times, right?
Yeah.
For some heavy weight. Yeah. You wake up the next day, you're like, oh, I could feel that today. But then you're back at it, right? Because it becomes like, it's like an addiction. You're like that feeling. You're just like, oh, that felt so good.
It's an addiction. It's very similar to drag racing.
Yeah.
It's very similar. I actually almost, there's so many similarities between powerlifting and drag racing. It's actually, there's actually a lot that
mental prep.
Maybe people don't realize. But it's the same adrenaline rush, when you feel that bar coming up and you're not sure you're going to make it, if it's going to go, if it's not going to go, when you're on that fine edge, right? So
absolutely
interesting. There's some interesting
we've had some interesting sessions where we've gone to the bar and it's like we pulled it, didn't go, damn it, pull it again, didn't go, pull it again. We're like, okay, walk away for a couple of minutes.
You need to mentally reset.
There's a lot of mental prep for power.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of mental prep. I mean,
it's like drag racing.
Yeah.
You're competing with the bar. In drag racing, you're competing with yourself. You can't worry about the car beside you. Forget about, I don't even think about the car beside me. I just focus on what I got to do. And, you just run your A to B, and that's what you got to do on the bar. And everyone thinks, deadlift, you're just picking it up. It's not that simple.
I wish it was that simple.
Everything has to be spot on the money or else it doesn't go. And very similar with drag racing. Everything's got to be spot on the money. Or that's it. It's over, right?
It's almost like we have like a ritual. Sometimes we'll play the same song over and over because it's working. If we just got on the last, we're like, oh, I got to play the same song, because it's almost like it becomes like almost superstitious. Like, damn it, that song worked. I got to play the same song.
Yeah. You didn't get your lift. It's because you weren't listening to the right song.
Well, music has been shown to be 18% performance enhancer, right? Just music alone, that mental drive, right? So.
I have like playlists for, if I'm doing cardio and running, or if I'm, getting back to lifting or something like that, because it just kind of gets the blood flowing a little bit differently. That's all.
100%. Absolutely.
I just want to say hi to a couple people.
Hi, Jimmy.
Dave Faria's in the
Dave.
stream. Yep. Good longtime friend of ours, Jimmy Void. And then we have a comment back from Robert saying, I'm open to anything. Have to have an open mind to a lot of nice vehicles that are out there, a lot of nice cars out there other than Mustangs. 100%. 100%. And then your friend Joe said, as long as it's not some riced out shit box, it's good.
Well, I promise that's not going to happen. Even though I do have a friend. Okay, I got another friend that actually races. He's got oh geez, why is my RX? He's one of those RX-7 guys, and he's got a couple of those, right-hand drive RX-7s and stuff. Oh, cool. And talk about another fast car. That thing really impressed me. And Skyline GTR, he's got one of those. So some serious cars, but again, like I know I would be ending my video days if I was to do something on that. I have to create a new channel, I think.
You have to do like a subfolder.
Yeah, right.
I hope people will keep an open mind to my son's build. You know what I mean? It's going to be my son's build. Our channel is still going to be mostly Mustangs.
Sure.
There is a couple other little thoughts there, but I'm hoping people are going to have an open mind to, it's our son. I want to document it. And
I think that's awesome.
Back. It'll be fun to look back in whatever, 5 years, 10 years, 20, who knows, when he's our age, I think it'll be kind of neat just to be able to capture it there. And this is part of the reason why I want to capture as much as I can. What a great place to basically store memories for us as we get older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
For sure.
Downhill.
My dream build besides a Ford is a 67 Nova 2. Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know if people get tired of seeing my friend Evan. He's also got a 68 Mustang GT with a 390 big block. Original, it's the original 390 car. So it's a pretty rare car. And again, that's another car that he bought, I believe, when he was in his teens, and restored the car himself, did all the paint and body work, built the motor and all that stuff. So like I said, I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now as far as what I'm going to do this year, and I've already got more Fox bodies for sure. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to do a built automatic, because I haven't had any automatic cars this year. I want to go for a ride in this particular one because I want to see what actually, fast automatic, Fox body can do. So
yeah. Well, we're sitting on one. It's our first automatic. This is our first automatic setup as well. So I got a lot of learning myself to do. You know what I mean? I love banging gears with the best of them. And my favorite, that 2-3 shift. That's my favorite gear. I don't miss that one. I don't miss 3. I love that shift, and that's the make it or break it gear. A lot of guys struggle with that 2-3 shift, right?
Oh, I hear it all the time on the highway, down the street from me. You hear these guys race around and what's
Gary, back to Castle Customs. He said, "Do it for the love, brother. You do great videos, and you will definitely be the guy to do the car justice."
Well, thank you.
There you go. Yeah. So for sure. So
I think that people will watch it. Just again, the backstory alone, people will want to see it, right?
Yeah.
It comes through. Someone else is saying the Falcon.
Falcon with a big block. Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a big block, but I know he was debating whether he was going to convert it to fuel injection or possibly even, throw a more current 5-liter in there. So yeah, we'll see what he decides to do with it. I haven't had a chance to go and check it out yet and see where he's at, but he definitely, I know he's got interest in doing another video, so that should be fun.
There was somebody actually that made, can you scroll up, Sal? Somebody actually made a comment about the Sage Green.
Oh,
video that Tom did.
Where is it?
I don't know. keep going up.
Trying to find it.
Well, I think I saw that comment, something about the 10 holes too.
Yeah, there's somebody. I think his name was Ready Eddie or something like that. I missed it. There was a couple comments. Couple comments coming in. I'm sorry if we missed it.
I'm highlighting every single one.
I don't know where it went.
Yeah,
there it is. Ready Steady.
Right there.
Ready Steady says that the 85 Sage green notch was amazing. The 10 holes were sick. That was a great video. And that's a great car. Another great, another beautiful car there.
Yeah, that that car was it's my car's clean, but to see this 85 and how like immaculate the car still is, it's pretty amazing. And I know that the colors, it's pretty rare color combination for that year and that model. And again, I think that's another a build, that he did that car justice. He didn't start chopping it apart. He pulled the 4-cylinder out of it and put a Coyote motor in there. But in the video, I asked him, if he's going to put AC in the car, and he says, nope, it's non-AC car. I'm not cutting the firewall. Hey, I respect that. I appreciate that. So definitely did the car justice.
I can live without the AC. I don't use AC. The AC for me is the windows down, and I want to hear that exhaust and that motor. I don't care for a radio in the car. I'm not a sound system guy in a Mustang. If there's a radio in there, fine. If there's not, the exhaust, the exhaust or the power shift is my music.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I've made that same comment myself too when people ask, why do you still have the stock stereo in there? And I'm like, because my supercharger is my music. That's all I need. I don't want to listen to music when I'm driving. I want to hear the exhaust. I want to hear that, that 2,500 RPM hum, from the Flowmasters. And anybody who's been in one of these cars knows that sound. It's just that classic, Mustang sound. And I'd rather listen to that, than listen to some music. So.
They do sound great with dumps though. The original dumps are 40 with the dumps.
I like
you get that real tinny sound.
Whew, still my favorite. I like it old school.
And it's loud in the GT with the hatch because it really resonates in there. You just hear it buzz.
I put the on my car. I put the 3-chamber Flowmasters because I've had a couple Fox bodies in the past, and they always had the 2-chamber Flowmasters. And when you're on the highway, it's just you can't have a conversation because of that drone. And so the 3-chamber they're a little quieter. But they still, when you open it up, they still sound like that classic Flowmaster sound. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You can still have a conversation, but you still get that really nice Flowmaster sound out of it as well. So
for sure, wait until you get the blow-off valve on there.
Oh,
you're radio.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be that annoying guy, vroom, vroom.
Well, you know what? What's funny is because when you pull up or obviously it dumps when you lean into it and then you come off of it quickly and
everyone's looking.
People are looking they're looking for that 53-foot tractor trailer or whatever, and they're looking around and it's like, not me.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a few times too where I'm at a stoplight or something and people are looking at my car like you can tell it's not a good look because they're annoyed by the sound of it, and that just makes me smile. whether you like it or not, at least they notice it, right?
I like that.
Back to Gary says, "Amen, Tom. I'm never arm wrestling either Paul or Sally, who's picking up the beer tab. Okay, I'll save myself the embarrassment and just pay the tab." And I think Tom earlier said he eats gummy bears. He eats gummy bears while he
watches Paul.
watches some training stuff.
A little less of a workout.
Hey, Brandon.
I saw a comment about the automatic too, and I kind of knew that I was going to see something like that about how automatics win races, and again, going back to Joe with with the white SN Cobra and Nick as well. Both those guys are stick shift running stick shift cars, and they're nailing 9s. So a lot of respect, you know, to those guys, because it's not, you know, it's not easy to do. You know, a 9-second car, you know, stick shift is not easy. You have to know what you're doing. So yeah, I understand, you know, automatics are crazy fast, but I still also have a lot of respect for those stick shift cars, because I couldn't do it. There's no way I can nail a 9-second, you know, like those guys do.
Look at Isaac.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple of friends that are in the 9s with
he can drive
with stick shifts, and like you said, you know, they're loading up, like they're just mashing that throttle right off the line.
He's awesome.
And bang, you know, you're into first. You're basically popping the clutch first gear, and then you're smashing it right away into second. You know, so it's a different game, no doubt. You know,
you got to know
you only got one hand on the wheel. So I kind of thought about it as far as do I stay stick, but then, you know, this is a big turbo car, so turbo and auto, they go hand to hand. You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
Totally different.
And you know, I haven't had an auto car, so I'm like, okay, let's see what it's what it's gonna do. But I do like the challenge of banging the gears.
Absolutely.
That I do, right? And it keeps you on your edge of the seat.
Yeah.
I actually don't. My least favorite gear is the 3/4. I don't like 3/4.
yeah. It almost feels like like you're going in overdrive sometimes or something. You know. So.
I'm fine first, second. I love second to third.
3/4.
I don't like 3/4. So, but you just kind of like close your eyes.
Yeah. When I did that video with Matt, with my car, and we went for a ride, my only concern was that I just didn't want to grind a gear. I took him for a quick ride, and, you know, we just had a little bit of fun, and like through the entire video, like all I cared about was that I just didn't, you know, embarrass myself, you know, and grind third or something, you know. So
I mean, grinding is part of the learning process, man.
Sure.
I ate a lot of stock T5s for breakfast, so learning on them, right?
Right, there you go.
There's no way around it.
It's gonna happen.
No one's gonna learn to you know, power shift right off the hop. It's a different game, you know, like power shifting and speed shifting, you know, lifting, it's a different game. You better hang on, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
On, right?
Yep.
Thank God you're a good driver.
You try, but
he can bang gears.
You never know. You never know, right?
You were banging, like, you were like power shifting when we had a Honda. I remember we had the what was it, a CRX?
Yeah, well, I mean, those are the cars
That's literally, I remember we were dating.
Every car you got to experiment.
A Prelude, everything. He was banging those things like crazy. And
it's all the same concept, though. Obviously, once you get the concept of your power shift down, is just a different power point, and it's definitely intimidating. And when you know that, anyways, there's nothing worse when you smash that third gear and it's gone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Why is the car not going? Why isn't it accelerating?
No more. So then you learn to drive 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, right.
When you're a teenage kid and you can't afford to replace it, you do 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, you figure it out really quick.
Yeah. Eleanor says hi. Hi, Eleanor.
What else?
What is sweetie?
But
thanks, Primo.
Primo, thanks for popping in. We appreciate everybody that's been in the stream.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw his comment about we better still, you know, like I think he's got a back car, so absolutely, man. I appreciate, you know, everything out there. So
don't you worry.
We still got Mario in the stream. He says Evan has the talent that needs to be shown. Hint, hint. Tom. That's from Mario.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's up to you know, I think Evan's interested in doing these videos and stuff. It's just a matter of time. So and he's got some other cool cars and stuff like that. You know, he's always looking for something new, and he rotates cars kind of like you know, most of these collector guys and stuff like that. So I know the Falcon he's going to keep. His 68 is kind of who knows, you know, questionable, but I definitely want to get a video of both of those if I can this year.
You will.
Oh, Joe, yeah. So Joe's got he's got dumps in his car, and he's right. Yeah, you know that we were able to have a conversation in that car as well, but I forgot what mufflers. Joe, help me out. What mufflers you got on there? But it's definitely it's got a nice rumble to it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Is there any comments or questions? I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah. Hopefully we haven't missed any questions.
Sure.
My car is so loud that I have to yell. So yeah, well, Manny's car is loud. Manny 413 stroker in there, correct? It's loud. I've heard this car.
Well,
yeah, I'm sure his neighbors love it.
I don't know if there's any more.
Yeah,
Tim,
I just saw Tim's comment about you know, his turbo car with you know, fender exhaust, and I've noticed that too. Like a lot of these turbo cars, like it's amazing how quiet they are. You know, without the mufflers, you know, with side exhaust and stuff like that. So very, very different sounding too. But I love that that turbo whistle. Like there's no sound like that as well. You know, it's amazing.
It's definitely a different power curve, power band, however you want to say. Yeah. You know, more like they're definitely not as torquey as that smash hit of that instant supercharger or that you know, that nitrous hit. Like nitrous is fun too. You know, we can't forget about the old school nitrous. You know.
Yeah, you know, I haven't had a chance to get in a nitrous car yet. So Joe, hurry up. I know Joe's he hasn't gotten the nitrous, or maybe he has, but when we did the video, he hadn't had the nitrous set up on his car yet. So you know, that Coyote, you know, with that V7 with some nitrous, I think would be a whole new experience.
Yeah, he's saying he's dumping the clutch at 55 off the two-step on slick. Feels amazing. Yeah, that would be some good G4.
Brings her front end off the ground a little bit.
Joe, are you going to set that nitrous out of the hole, or more of like a top end hit? Nasty Fox, Amy, no prep guys here. B-Notch is laughing at everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Brailford. I know I haven't said hi to you. Just trying to address everybody.
We see you.
We see you. Thanks for popping in.
And yours is not the slowest. Stop with that. Thank God I can multitask. I can read comments.
Well, smash third and hit radio because shifter snapped off. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I think depending on the shifter, they get really close. That third gear gets very close. I always like the I always like the tri-axe handle, because the tri-axe handle kind of pulled it back and you stayed away from the radio. So that was my handle of choice in the T5, the tri-axe. But
I've had you know, obviously Hurst way back in the day, and actually I broke one of those. Then I had a Pro 5.0. Which when they first came out, like the Pro 5.0 is like the coolest thing, you know, since sliced bread, because it was a pretty solid shifter. And then you know, Nate turned me on to MGW, and that's what I've got in my car now, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love that shifter. So nothing bad to say about that. And again, I've never tried a tri-axe, so probably, you know, again, a great shifter, but you know, if I need a shifter in the future, it'll probably be an MGW. So
I've never tried MGW because I've always done the same combination. It's kind of one of those things when you like something, you stick with it.
You stick with it, yeah.
So I always ran the Hurst base with the tri-axe handle. So I kind of mixed and matched, and I just kind of found my own combination that I liked, but that seemed to really work for me and my shifting style and positioning. You know what I mean? Because all these shifter handles kind of put the gear, you know, the positioning off just a bit. So
you're right.
Me, I found that was my setup. That's what's actually in my Cobra. Hurst base, tri-axe handle. Yeah. That's what I ran in all my coupes. I like it. It works for me. I don't miss gears with it, so why change it? I've heard great things of the MGW, no doubt. Everyone raves raves about them. But
there's a TKX in my future, and apparently right now MGW doesn't make a shifter. So if anybody, anybody watching has a TKX, I'm kind of curious what they're using for shifters, because obviously you're gonna have to, have some sort of combo like what you're saying, have a Hurst base with some different shifter handle on top. So
maybe
I don't know when. So my goal with my car, I guess we didn't talk about this yet.
Sure.
I want to see what I can get out of it this year, just with the stock bottom end. But ultimately, I want to pull the motor. Whether I keep it or not, I don't know. But I definitely want to clean up the engine bay, probably paint that, paint under the hood, and still keep the stock hood if I can. But I think eventually I'm leaning more towards a stroker motor. I don't know what yet, whether it's going to be a 347 or 363 or something like that. But I always like to plan ahead. Like when I wanted the supercharger, I figure, well, I'll do the heads cam intake and build a good base for it first. I'm not going to throw that on the stock motor. So same thing with this, those stroker motors are not cheap, so I want to build a good base first. So I'll start with the drivetrain first. I'll go, get a good transmission, get a good, McLeod, like either RST or RXT or something like that. And then we'll go from there. So, maybe the trans, this, later this winter, the 2022 winter or something like that season. Yeah. And then next year, think about something bigger.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
I know Tom, War Admiral, is running a TKX, so I'm not sure what shifter he's got in there. Maybe he can chime in.
Maybe it's already at the bottom. I'll have to get to
it. Maybe.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Joe's replying back. Says, I don't think it will take the nitrous on the hit. Yeah, you'll probably break the tires. Yeah. Not break the tires, but like just break traction. Probably. But plan is to use it after.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, I see where it says Hanlon has a TKX shifter coming, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
I'm sure MGW is going to release something very shortly for the TKX. There's a lot of
you're right.
I wouldn't be surprised, very shortly you're going to see, this TKX is catching on very like wildfire. So I would be shocked if they didn't release something shortly for it. But there it is. Hanlon has a TKX shifter coming. Cool. The Tremec is crisp and clean from Rich. Rich, thanks for popping in.
Hi, Rich.
We've been seeing you all night. A lot of you guys in here, so thank you. But what else? Nasty Fox is okay. Next build, but that sounds like a great plan. What I know you said you want to do stroker. What are your thoughts on blockwise? Like, are you talking like dart or
dart? Yeah, probably a dart motor. I'm kind of back and forth because I don't build engines, and I don't work on my car, so I'm really kind of have been looking for advice. Because of again, the dart motor, you're probably looking at easily $10,000, anywhere from 10,000, 12, 15,000, depends on what you're really putting into it. I don't want to have to replace my supercharger on top of that, because we're already talking transmission and clutch and fuel system, on top of all of on top of all that stuff. So the goal is to kind of keep my little baby V3 for a little while. And maybe get somewhere between 600-700 horsepower, and then if the day ever comes where my wife will let me spend even more money on the car, then I can move up to V7 or something like that, and really get some power out of it. But again, it's baby steps, I guess.
Of course, yeah, you might as well. Yeah, I mean,
the opinion I got was 363. So I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of guys like the 363. Again, Tom, War Admiral, he's running a 363. There's some guys actually like the smaller displacement. Turns quicker. There's differing opinions, but the old adage is, there's you guys know the saying, no replacement for displacement, right?
Sure, exactly.
So, spins up, but.
Tim is saying I've been looking for a dart.
short block 408. Apparently, from the last time I spoke with our performance shop, they couldn't
find one.
They couldn't bring in a dart block.
Yeah.
They couldn't find one.
They're hard
because
to find.
there was apparently a dart block shortage out there.
Yeah.
Period. So I don't know what it's like at the moment, but
yeah, I know everything is on back order right now. Yeah, I've got some parts that are on order that, who knows if I'm going to get them in time. And if I don't, is what it is. Sure. I got some, I was looking at, Nate's got my car now, and I happened to look at a couple of pictures, and I'm just not happy with the rear ride height. I got Maximum Motorsport upper and lower control arms, but they're not adjustable. So I kind of threw the hint out there, like, hey, if I get these, Maximum, I'm not ready to go coilover yet. I'm not ready to spend that money, but I know Maximum has like some adjustable lower control arms, so I've got those on order. I really don't know if I'm going to get them in time, but that's just one more little piece of the puzzle, I guess.
Or you could just. What are your thoughts on just trimming up a coil out of the back? I've usually just trimmed the coil. I haven't felt any difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
But some people are not a fan of trimming springs, but
yeah.
I've always trimmed the coil. All the coupes have been pretty low, and to get it that low,
they're pretty tucked.
Yeah, I've usually trimmed a coil.
How much does that drop the car? Do you know approximately?
Yeah, it's going to drop it about. I've seen, depending on the spring and obviously different springs sit a little bit differently, but half inch to an inch, easy.
Sure.
And if you remove those big fat ISOs that are there, so I usually pull the ISOs out, and then I'll just feed in hose. Shit, can't even think. I'll have to send you a picture of what I do.
I've got the SVE lowering springs on my car, and
coils actually they drop about an inch.
Yeah, and they actually dropped the front end a little bit too much, so we had to actually add taller isolators in the front, and I still get a little bit of rub. And actually, the rub is usually when I'm making a tight turn. It'll rub the inside of the ground effect, but yeah, that was kind of interesting that the front dropped a lot more than we expected, and the rear just didn't drop as much as I was expecting. So I like to even it out a little bit.
Yeah. One coil, and you just slip a heater hose. I would slip some heater hose in there.
Yeah,
and that avoids that there, and you'll get an inch of drop in the back.
Yeah,
and you won't feel, there's not a lot of weight back there, right? So I'm just trying to see if I actually.
He'll send it to you, Tom.
Yeah, no, if I actually had a pick. Oh yeah, I do actually. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be able to catch
Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Put on solo self for a second. Yeah.
There we go.
You see how it just kind of.
I see. Yep.
So then that gets rid of the ISO if there's a big fat ISO back there, and then I just kind of wrap it with heater hose. And I had one coupe. I did that on the one coupe. I was getting the spring was actually touching the wall there, so I was getting almost kind of like a little bit of a chaffing sound, like it was kind of just almost like I could hear it almost touching. So when I slid that in there, it was perfect. It kind of worked perfectly. I trimmed the coil off of that. And that was the Reef Blue coupe. The Reef Blue coupe was a little high in the back. Took a coil out. Perfect.
Nice.
Took it out. So, Tom, it's 9:30.
Yeah.
Matt's saying good night. He's saying he enjoyed the discussion with you, Tom.
It's 9:30, and I know when we chatted, I told you we weren't going to go past past 9:30. And I do have to wake up super early.
My alarm 5 a.m. comes pretty early for me too.
Yeah.
So.
I got a 3:30 shot tomorrow morning.
I got another.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank everybody that kind of showed up today to support, and of course I'm very humbled. I again, like I said, like I don't do the videos like because I want to get famous or because I'm trying to make money or anything like that. I'm just trying to show some cool cars and share some nice stories and stuff. Yeah. So, you know, I appreciate everybody. And I even tell people if I get a negative comment, you know, I'll try to engage them and say like, hey, what were you expecting? What maybe could I do better? Mm-hmm. You know, there's some that you're just not going to please everybody. But yeah, usually the LS guys, but but yeah, so seriously, like, you know, thank you for even asking me. You know, I'm flattered that you even asked me to be on. And like I said, you know, I'm a fan of yours, so I'm happy to be here and just to have the opportunity to speak to both of you and support your channel.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate that. You know, like I said, when I said that I was a huge fan of your channel. Mm-hmm. That's why I asked you to be here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody that I've asked to be here, I'm a big fan of their channel. And
we are super grateful that you made the time for us.
You know,
thank you.
And you know, what we see with your channel, I actually said to Sally, he doesn't even try, and your channel grows like a weed. And I said to Sally, can you imagine if this guy actually tried and did content? You know,
he did say that.
I did say that. I said, can you imagine if he actually tried like hard and really tried hard? I'm not saying that you don't try hard, but
like doing videos every week.
Yeah,
he'd be like off the charts.
Like, off the charts.
Well, so before we go, I'll tell you a real quick funny story because. You know, I hear you saying this, and sometimes I kind of feel like, you know, yeah, maybe one of these days I'll actually get recognized. So I went to World of Wheels last weekend with Mario and my friend Evan, and I happened to see Mario got stopped by somebody, and he apparently this person recognized Mario from our video and was just like, oh, I love your car, it's a beautiful car. And Mario goes, oh, yeah. Well, there's the guy that did the video. And the guy looks and goes, hey, what's up? So anyway, and I'm like, wait a second. You know, like they don't appreciate the director. They just want the star, you know. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I'm totally okay with that. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I still haven't gotten recognized by anybody yet. So maybe one of these days.
I think you have a lot of fans.
Yeah, you have a lot of fans, and obviously the other point of bringing you on was, you know, maybe there's some subscribers on my side that haven't seen you, and I know
there's a few that actually commented, and I
know there's Matt Brailford there who's you know, he said he had never heard of you up till tonight, so I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
Knowing Matt. And I'm pretty sure he's going to go and support your channel and
100%.
Everyone else. So other than that, we really appreciated and truly enjoyed having you on. Really appreciated your time. Wasn't expecting you to stay an hour and a half.
It doesn't feel like it was that long. So yeah.
Well, like I said to you, we're gonna chat. Let the conversation will flow naturally. We had some great questions. Thanks to everybody in the stream that came out. There were obviously some of your fans that came out and supported you. So I appreciated that. You know, Mario, your friend Joe there, other people. So all those guys.
Thank you for being here.
Were super great. So before we head out, thank you to everybody, to all our subscribers for both myself and for BrotherTom's channel. Yes. I know we appreciate everybody. So.
And hopefully we'll see you at Chocolate Fox.
Yeah, and
I definitely want to try
Chocolate Fox.
Yeah, I definitely want to try and meet up with you guys and you know, again, I know Matt travels a lot too, so it'd be cool to see him again. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Like we'll talk you know, back on Instagram or something like that, and we'll see what we can work out. So it'd be fun.
And the comments are still coming in. You got some more love and support from Tim Webb there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, bud.
Tim Webb, Brandon, and Tom. So everybody,
thank you.
We're done for the night.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Have a good night.
Let's keep in touch and
absolutely,
hopefully we can you know, meet at Chocolate Fox.
If not, maybe I can.
Yeah. If not, maybe I can.
Yeah, that's a good possibility as well. Yeah.
Right on. So, all right, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.